Laura, thanks for taking the time to chat with us. Your initial thoughts on the team's performance for the win tonight?
Yeah, I thought we moved the ball well at times. I thought in the first half, up until we scored, I thought we were excellent. They got back into it a little bit after they scored. We didn't control the game as well. But I thought in the second half, up until maybe the last 5 minutes, we really controlled the game. And I think we knew that coming into the game that with the team that we had out, we might give a few things up. But if we could control the ball and we could control the game with the ball, it would give us the greatest chance of winning the game. And I thought we did a good job of that.
And then just initial assessments on your two goal scorers, Olivia Athens, Coco, both go full 90. And over the years you've talked about how much hard work Olivia puts in, whether she's rostered or not.
Yep.
And then gets the first goal. Then Coco, how you've talked about just kind of easing her into as she gets settled into the transition of the NWSL.
Yeah.
Works hard to get her the match-winning goal.
Yeah, I thought Liv was excellent. I'm probably emotional about it right now, but I feel like that was her best performance for the Reign, and topped it off with a fantastic goal. And Coco did great. I think we took a risk playing the three of them in midfield. I'm not sure we could do that against all the teams in this league, but I think we really felt we could control the ball. So I think you saw some of Coco's qualities, and yeah, she's worked really hard. She's been pushing to get the opportunity that she got tonight. I'm really happy for her. Honestly, her goal, I can't really remember it apart from it hitting the back of the net. It seemed just to be like, I don't know, pinball or something. But yeah, she's got quality. She can make things happen out of nothing. And yeah, really pleased with both of them actually. I thought Liv was excellent.
The goal you conceded was a penalty, so in the run of play, there wasn't a live action goal. Can you talk about how your defensive line played today, especially when you've had to move somebody like Veronica Latsko into a new role and stuff late in the season?
I thought Veronica did well, especially second half in front of me. I thought she did really well. I could wax lyrical about JB always. It was great having Lou back. I think Lou and Jordan are a really good pair. They're both calm. They both have really good quality on the ball. And yeah, Lou just tired at the end. Obviously it's no secret she's had some injury issues, so she was just really fatigued towards the end of the game. So yeah, I thought Hannah did great, especially in the second half. I think in the first half they really tried to get at her and we had to weather that storm. And Claudia made some good saves. So yeah, I think overall really happy with the back line.
Coming into the game, did anything about the team feel different from the sort of string of losses and games where you struggled to score? Or is there, what would you say was the difference between this one coming out as a win and the other one's not?
Honestly, no, nothing felt different. I think that's maybe been the most frustrating thing about the year is, and I've said this a ton, is we're very process driven. We're very built off believing in what we try and do, and we have processes in which we work through. And this week didn't feel much different. I think we had a really good training session 2 days ago, where I put the team out for the first time to see if it could go together, and it worked really well together. So that was a positive. But not really. I didn't feel any different. I feel like the scoring first tonight was massive. I think if they maybe had scored first, I'm not sure if we had enough inside of us to push ourselves through. But I said to the group at the end, that I've said this all year, they're so resilient. They fight for everything. And especially when they've got something to fight for, I feel like you really see that fight in them. Do we need more quality at times? Absolutely. Do we need... we could have scored more goals tonight, but if you have resiliency, you always give yourself a chance. And outside of probably last week, all the games that we've played recently and lost, they've all been like these 1-goal differences, and we just haven't been able to create that quality. So it was nice tonight to be able to see that.
It also felt like there were some games though where like conceding that goal right after scoring may have deflated the team. Did you say anything to help it not deflate them, or was it just them deciding they were done?
I actually think it did deflate us a bit. I think we lost control of the game a little bit in the first half, but I think coming in at half time and being able to address a few things, and I think the subs did a good job of coming on to it. It's different, I feel like we're a team where if we have something to hold on to, subs tend to come on and are always great. It's when we need that, like, we don't have anything to hold on to and we really need a spark, that we find that challenging. So that's something we need to look at and work on and address. But yeah, I think at half-time was good, it was calm. We spoke about a few things defensively that we needed to get better, but said we wanted to control the game more with the ball, as we had been doing. And I thought the group did a good job of going out there and doing that.
And then one last one. Obviously, a lot of your normal captains are out, but Olivia seemed quite surprised that she was given the captain's armband and credited you and Lou, and just wondering sort of about that decision and just sort of your feelings about that.
Yeah, I mean, I've been throwing the armband around a little bit of late, and yeah, I believe it's a really special honour to wear that, and I think it can give people an extra little bit of belief or whatever in their game, or it can give that belief to someone else, everyone around them. And Liv has been with us now since 2022. She's so invested in the team, has been this whole journey, and her and Laurel are like bezies, right? And outside of playing time, they are really big vocal presences in the locker room, like their personalities, how they operate individually and together. And obviously Laurel's had the chance to wear the armband a couple of times, and I just thought it was right that with the performance she was having, the influence on the game that she was having, that Liv deserved the opportunity. And honestly, I wish I could have got a photo of the moment that she realised it was being put on her arm, because I'll remember that for a long time.
I'm gonna ask Jane to see if she got it.
Yeah, she might have.
So soon after the game, but was there any indication on what the call is with Jordan Heitma after that knock?
It was just a ball to the face. So I've just seen her in the locker room. She's okay. She's fine. We used a concussion sub. They told me it was concussion. She doesn't seem to be concussed. I think she just got a big knock to the face. I think the ball crashed her straight in the face. So. But she seems okay right now, and obviously we know with concussions that she may feel a bit shittier later on tonight, but she seemed to be okay when she was in the locker room just now.
Perhaps a bit dazed then. Well, it was Coco's first goal in her for the NWSL. She came into the squad mid-season. Could you talk about how that process has been coaching her, and what your thoughts are on her finally getting her first goal?
Yeah, I'm really happy for her, honestly. I think obviously everyone has different journeys. I always say that. And Coco came in, and I think just how the league is, how our training sessions were. Initially that was tough, I think. But she sort of turned the corner. Maybe actually when we played Houston away, the week of training then, she really started to turn the corner, I thought. And there's just been a few things. Like Houston, she came on, it was tough for her. Last week she had to fly to DC one day and go and get a visa to go and play for Haiti. So it was like she'd flown across the country and come back, and it was like, can we really start her in this game when that's happened? Probably not. And then I was like, right, after the Utah game, I was just like, she's starting this week no matter what. Whatever position we put her in, she's playing. So yeah, just really happy for her. I think she's got a bright future. I think we've seen it, and we're excited for what it can look like obviously next year and in a couple of weeks. She's got 3 games with Haiti coming up, so by the time she gets to Orlando her legs might be falling off, but she's definitely one for the future.
And a little more cosmetic related, it was the first home game this season where the white kits were debuted to the supporters.
It was mentioned in the huddle after, yeah.
Did the game feel? Oh, of course it just looks. But did the vibe of the game feel any different not playing in blue today?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know we were playing in white until I turned up, and as you guys know, I'm very superstitious, so I was like, oh. So probably now I'm gonna ask if we can play in white every game when we play at home.
Alright, we got Jacob, and then we'll come to Jack. Probably gonna be the last time I'm gonna ask you this, Laura, but how many steps did you get in tonight?
Ooh. Let's see. Somehow I've changed my face on my watch since I've been sat here. Let's see. I didn't bring my phone with me. Oh, okay, here we go. I don't think I got that many. No, 8,000. Not that many. Not that many tonight, Jacob.
And then you've got an international break, a little bit of training, and an away match. What are you looking to get out of this last stretch of the season?
Yeah, I think obviously the same as how we've felt all the way through since the break, honestly, is can we put training sessions on that are good for the players? Can we get what we need out of those? It's a weird one because it's a FIFA break, so we don't have the whole group. We're doing our own Halloween costume dress-up day, which that's going to be interesting. And then the majority of, I think all the internationals meet us in Orlando. So we're flying out a day earlier than we normally would. So we give ourselves the best chance, going to the team that's already won the Shield and maybe putting a little dampener on their end of the season would always be nice. So that's probably the plan.
Any other questions?
The last thing is speaking of the Shield, they celebrated the 14 Shield before the match. How
Yeah.
did that feel looking back?
Yeah, I got a little bit emotional actually watching the video with Keelan and Ellie. I think, this club's been through a lot, and that was probably the big turning point of the club was the 2014 season. And to see those two back and know how much influence they had over that time was amazing. This obviously has been a tough season for us, but I think we all know that this club's really resilient. I've said that word a lot. But we always strive to be the best, and we're going to come back fighting. And we've had some really successful years lately. Obviously getting the Shield in 22, getting to the Championship game in 23. But for me personally, I'll always look back on 2014 as the pivotal moment in this club's history, because it was the day that we arrived. I think I think anyone who was around the league then and saw that team play and saw what product we put on the field under crazy conditions compared to what we have now in every sense of the word, it is something that I really think that anyone who was around then, we still talk about it like it was yesterday. We actually played in LA, and I was talking to Sid LaRue and Merritt, and immediately all they talked about was those years with the rain. So it means a lot because I think everyone remembers it if you were here. I'm big on legacy. I think that's what this club's been built on, and the fact that those two could come out and be the people that acknowledge that, I think is great.
Any other questions?